team, my fans. I know you probably don't hear this enough from me. We never get to really hang out or personally talk together. But I truly thank you guys. I am so humbled by the opportunity, so humbled by the love of years of support. Wherever I'm at, you guys show up and show out every single time. And so this part of my life, I want to say thank you, thank you. Moving on. I miss you, but I don't miss the wrestling ring.
I am here with Eric, Aaron, and Eli from Hip Hop Anime, or AnimeHipHop. AnimeHipHop. Oh, it's a little backwards. All right. So I'm here to talk to you all about a really cool comic book that is coming out called Kishi, An Island of Dreams. You want to tell us a little bit about it?
Absolutely. So Kishi, An Island of Dreams is a story about Rikishi training his kids to become island guardians.
That's awesome.
And what's so like really cool about it is Rikishi is an actual trainer. No one knows that really. They just see him, they just see him as, stink face Rikishi. They don't know that he's actually a trainer, and Jimmy and Jay were trained under him, along with Solo, and a lot of other family members.
For those of you who don't know, he's talking about WWE wrestling Rikishi and all of his background about being a WWE trainer. Sorry.
And the Usos.
Yeah.
And it's just beautiful though, because at the end of the day, Rikishi is so humble.
Yeah.
So to be able to create this story about him and make him the first Polynesian superhero in history was a no-brainer. You know what I mean? It only made sense. When you think of Rikishi, you see him in that light anyway. You know what I mean? So so putting together the concept of the story was like I said in there, it wrote itself.
Right.
It was something that I didn't have to think too intricate about, it has to do this and this. No, I looked at his life, I looked at his background, and I let it manifest.
That's awesome. So now, what was working with Rikishi himself? What was the thing that surprised you the most about working with him?
The one thing that surprised me was his humbleness.
That's awesome.
He's a giant. He's a humble giant. So just to see how cool he was, me and him clicked. The day I met him, you know what I mean? Like that was family, you know what I mean? So like I said, the giving a voice to the voiceless is our main element at AnimeHipHop. It's telling the stories of the indigenous people. And the thing is about the Samoan culture, we don't know anything. We don't know anything. He really had, he had me meet with chiefs of his island and really sit down and talk about different things in the series that's gonna, come out later on. And that's an honor. It's an honor to be able to write and develop Kishi, An Island of Dreams, and work directly with Rikishi.
And that was actually something that whenever you were talking in the panel that got me really excited to check out this story, is not only the authenticity to it, but there's an action component to it that you don't just get offhand.
Yeah.
Whenever you started talking about how you did it in the style of anime, only you sped it up.
Yeah.
And you did it in the style of wrestling, only you sped it up.
Right.
Because you had to keep the reader's attention.
Yes.
You don't have those 10 weeks leading up to WrestleMania to build this.
Yeah.
You're trying to build it in that first issue.
I love you said that, man, because we didn't touch on it, but the initiation process that Rikishi is going through, right, in the story. He's going through an initiation process to become an island guardian.
Yep.
Right? This is his initiation personally. So it's like you get this wrestler, but his likeness as a fighter, as a really martial arts fighter. You know what I mean? So it kind of expands on his brand more, but it keeps the same wrestling components there, but it's not all at the same
That's
time,
cool.
you know?
So something else that's really cool about this, as I kind of talked about, is you're turning the comic book into an animated series.
Right.
Can you talk a little bit about the animated series? I'll give you a chance to.
Yes. So the animated series is going to work in conjunction with the book, and this is something that we all discussed together with Eric and with Rikishi. So the storylines are going to be based off of the comic book one, of course, but they're going to tell different stories. So it's not going to be a total repeat of the actual comic book. So when you're watching the cartoon, you're actually going to get original stories that are separate from the comic. But it's all based in the same universe, same characters, so it's a continuation of sorts. And one of the things that I'm excited about personally, like as the animator for the series, the lead animator, and I'm working with Aaron, who's the lead designer and the lead artist of the book, is just kind of how do we bring this to the screen in a way that's like flexible, in a way that's, you know, energetic, in a way that's fresh, and in a way that keeps the style of the book, but we're trying to translate that to the screen. So we're kind of like, I think we found a really perfect balance and just kind of stripping back some of the more detailed elements of animation, really just keeping to the bare bones of it and just focusing on the core elements of the characters, of the motion, of the identity of the book. Because it's a really colorful series. Like the Samoan culture is all about colors, it's all about family, it's all about energy. So that's all those elements are things we try to imbue into the actual animation style. So like a lot of colors, a lot of lights. If you actually watch the trailer for the series that we put on AnimeHipHop.com, you can actually see like the music is very upbeat. You know, it's very energetic. We play with the elements a lot. There's like a lot of water, a lot of fire. So all of those things are like we're trying to capture the essence of Samoa, but also the essence of Rikishi as a character, as a brand, and we're just kind of like stripping all that back and just making it as simple as possible.
Right.
And then the other thing you asked was when is it coming out?
Yeah.
All
I
right.
didn't ask that, but that's a great question.
Okay, well, right now we're in the process of making it, just like you said. We're aiming sometime for next year. Sometime animation-wise. I feel like we're aiming for that. God willing, everything will align perfectly on time. To be announced, though. I'm not giving no hard deadlines. I can't. But we're making sure everything's perfect first. And we already put the first trailer out. So what we wanted to do is just to bring it out here and launch it and see what the reaction would be like. So far, everybody's absolutely loved it. So we're hoping that based on that response, you know, certain things will align, and then from there we'll be able to go forward. Our schedule is just tours, nonstop, back to back. So, and same with Rikishi as well. So, as we get a little bit closer to the date of completion, we're going to have more things lined up in the tour where everything will start to fall in place, and the animation will be closer to having an announcement date. So, coming soon.
But you can't be expecting a motion graphic. You know, so you'll get a comic book, a moving comic book. It tells the same story, you know, but the actual animation will expand on that story.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So in the meantime, you know, we'll be throwing snippets up online, just giving you a preview of what's happening. But we'll officially drop the motion graphics sooner than later.
Yep.
Amazing. For those folks who cannot make it to the ComicCons and the different cons to check out your work, where is the best place for them to get a copy of Kishi and Island of Dreams?
You go right to AnimeHipHop.com.
Excellent.
You go right to the website. If you want to request a autograph, we're actually going to start doing that straight through the website as well. And then if you're on Instagram, follow us on Instagram, AnimeHipHop Official. We have a marketplace store on Instagram. You can buy it directly from there as well.
Amazing. Everybody, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate you all taking the time to do this.
Thank you.
Everyone who's watching this, please go to AnimeHipHop and check out their amazing work.